You can turn them off.
Okay. That's not good.
Well, we're gonna.
That's
not video.
There's a video coming. So, our presentation is about alcohol awareness. It affects.
Sorry.
Race. Alcohol affects each and every one of us, whether we admit it or not, whether it's because of you or because of someone else. So we thought it was an important topic to talk about and discuss. I'm Kate.
I'm Claire. I'm Abby. I'm Sydney. Allie.
Okay, sorry, I'll just, Abby, you can just do it. This video kind of about alcohol, well, it's about alcohol awareness and binge drinking, how it affects college students.
Overreact. This is absolute bullshit. I can't. Kristen, wake up. Wake up.
Okay. So as we can tell from that video, binge drinking is most common in young adults and college students, and it can have life-threatening effects. What is binge drinking? Binge drinking is defined as drinking so much in about 2 hours that your blood alcohol concentration is above 0.08. For women, it's usually about after 4 drinks, and for men, it's about after 5. This is according to the National Advisory Council. I know for us college students, a lot of us pregame and then go to the bars, and you're trying to drink as much as you can to get drunk. That's what college students do. And before you go to the bars, I mean, that's usually 2 hours, and so this happens a lot with our age group. Some questions to define a binger are like, do you drink to get drunk? Are you drinking too fast? Do you drink on an empty stomach? And do you often black out or don't remember conversations or people you met the night before? So this is just a graph that shows the percentage of people who reported that they binge drink in the past 30 days. The yellow bar is actually high school students. So, I mean, it's common in high school as well as college students. But college students have the most out of all of them. And according to Monitoring the Future Study, 2005-2012, it said that 14% of college students reported they have consumed 10 or more drinks in a row at least once in the past 2 weeks, and 5% reported consuming 15 or more drinks in a row. So what is a normal drink? Well, in the United States, a standard drink is either 12 ounces of beer, which is like 5% alcohol, 1.5 ounces of spirits, which is 40% alcohol, so that's like one shot if you think of it, and 5 ounces of wine, which is like a glass, and that's 12% of alcohol. So if you have one beer before you go out, you can't have anything else the rest of the night. How to prevent binge drinking? Don't drink at all or drink slowly. It's okay not to drink and go out. I know a lot of people who do it and can still have fun without drinking. Don't drink on an empty stomach. There are girls that I know that literally will not eat all afternoon so that they can get drunk faster at night. Never take your credit card out, only cash. That way you limit yourself. You can't drink more than you have in your pocket. And just stay away from shots because, like I said, one shot, you're good to go. Like, you do not need any more, otherwise that will put you over. Also avoid peer pressure by your friends. Like I said, you don't need to drink to have fun. And dance or keep busy. If you're always like talking to people or doing something, you're less likely to just be sitting at the bar wanting to buy another shot or another drink.
Alright, some problems that come from drinking alcohol. These are common for people our age, so people that are between the ages of 18 and 24. Almost 2,000 people die each year from alcohol-related injuries. More than 700,000 students are assaulted by another student who has been drinking alcohol. More than 97,000 students are victims of alcohol-related sexual assault or date rape. Around 25% of college students report accident consequences from their drinking, such as missing classes, falling behind, doing bad on exams or papers, and receiving lower grades overall. And then in 2012, binge drinking cost the U.S. $223.5 million, which is about $1.90 per drink. And this is from losses in productivity, crime, and other expenses such as drinking and driving accidents. And then this is a video of Jackie. She was involved in a drinking and driving accident.
I'm only gonna watch about 5 minutes.
Take a look at this picture. This is Jackie Savarito, a beautiful 20-year-old who had everything to look forward to. Everything. Look at this. As an only child growing up in Caracas, Venezuela, Jackie lived the good life, beautiful and smart.
I love hang out with friends and, to go parties, to enjoy life.
In college, she studied engineering with hopes of one day taking over her father's manufacturing business. She had dreams of getting married.
I want to have a lot of children, 2, 3, 4 children.
In August of 1999, Jackie said goodbye to her parents in Venezuela to set off on a new adventure. She moved to Texas to study English. This is Jackie today. Jackie was literally burned alive during a horrific accident. The young man responsible for doing this to her is now in prison, and he agreed to talk to us about the fateful night that altered so many lives.
I was a senior in high school, starter on the football team, made good grades. I was known as a good kid in the community.
But one split-second decision would change Reggie Steffi's life forever.
I had gone out to a friend's house after work. It got late, so I decided to go on to another party. I wasn't paying attention to how much I was drinking. I was just out having a good time.
The same night, Jackie Savarito was excited about going to a birthday party.
I was thinking, oh my goodness, what am I going to wear?
After the party, she accepted a ride home from a young woman who lived near her dormitory.
When we left the party, we were 5 people in the car, 4 girls and 1 boy.
At about 4 o'clock in the morning, I got in my SUV and I headed home.
On a 4-lane road just outside of Austin, Reggie's SUV crossed the center line and hit the car Jackie was riding in head-on.
The last thing I remember was headlights and impact.
2 girls in Jackie's car were killed instantly. Jackie was trapped. Her legs were pinned under the dashboard. She was helpless as flames engulfed her face and body.
When Jackie was engulfed by the flames, she was screaming and moaning and wailing an almost inhuman sound that I've never heard another person make. She continued to scream as the flames kept growing. I remember thinking at one point as well, God, just please take her and let her stop suffering.
I told help, help, help in English.
She was on fire for close to a minute before they could free her from the car. Her skin, her hair, her face melted away.
When I pulled Jackie out of the vehicle, Parts of her were still stuck to the seat, and I was surprised to find when I walked up to the passenger side that she was moving and still moaning.
I thought I were dying. I remember the sound of the helicopter.
The helicopter took her to a hospital with third-degree burns covering 60% of her body. A test showed Reggie's blood alcohol was over the legal limit.
They handcuffed me and said, "You are under arrest for intoxication manslaughter."
I went from a football field on Friday to a prison cell on Sunday through the choices I made on one Saturday.
The first time I was made aware of the severity of Jacqueline's burns. I didn't eat, I didn't sleep, I tossed and turned.
On his 20th birthday, Reggie Steffi was fined $20,000 and sentenced to 7 years in prison for 2 counts of intoxication manslaughter. He's serving time at the Luther Unit of the Texas Department of Corrections. Doctors worked around the clock to save Jackie's life. Dr. Dwayne Roberts was on call that night.
When I saw Jackie, she was charred beyond recognition. The eyes were totally exposed. The eyelids were essentially missing. I did not expect her to survive.
Her nose and her lips and her ears literally fell off in my hands.
Jackie was unconscious for 10 months. Once fiercely independent, her life now revolves around hospitals, doctors, and an endless search to rebuild her badly burned face and body. She has endured 50 surgeries, and there are many more to come. Last February, a corneal transplant enabled her to see her face for the first time.
When I really saw it the first time, I felt like a monster, like an alien.
Jackie is getting stronger, but faces years of treatment and uncertainty, all because of one drunk driver.
I miss my body. I miss my independence. I miss my opportunities, my future, because it won't be the same. Sometimes my soul wants to get out. I want to be in another body, that I can do whatever I want to do. But I don't know how.
Please welcome a woman.
Alright, so like we said earlier, alcohol can affect you whether you drink or you don't drink. Like this case, she was hit by a drunk driver, and this was also something that involved people that are around her age. Just some facts about drunk driving. Drunk driving costs the U.S. $132 billion a year, and that's in destruction costs, for example, like accidents. And every day in the U.S., 28 people die as a result of drunk driving crashes. On average, 1 in 3 people will be involved in a drunk driving car crash in their lifetime. So if you look around you, that could be someone in this room, because 1 in 3. In 2012, 10,322 people died in drunk driving crashes, which is 1 every 51 minutes. And the rate of drunk driving is highest among 19 to 24-year-olds, which is 24%. Just some things you can do to avoid drunk driving. If you're at a party and you feel like you absolutely need to go somewhere, there is a UNI Safe Ride shuttle that runs every Friday and Saturday night. It goes between campus, many off-campus apartments, and Main Street, and it's free. Or you can also call a friend that's sober. You can also call a taxi, and you could also walk. UNI is it's like a small campus, and you can walk safely home, but never walk alone.
Okay, what we want from you. We want to create an environment for students that is safe and smart place to learn and experiment with alcohol, so we can learn to make decisions before it's too late. And she's passing out a flyer right now. I'll go over in a second. But alright, our course that we would like to add to UNI's curriculum is called the Alcohol Awareness Course. It would be available to freshmen only, and we're making it freshmen only, and that is because many freshmen have not experienced alcohol yet, and this is when they first start, so we want to do it before it's too late. It's going to be worth 3 credits, it's optional, and students would have the option of taking part in it. So it would be a normal curriculum class for 2 hours every week, and they would learn all about safety and alcohol and everything you need to know, and then at the end, there's another option of an end of the year supervised party. It's a chance for you to practice safe drinking. There will be like all the resources you need there. Ambulance professionals come in, and it's included in the course price, which we'll talk about later. And it's a good way for you to test your limits if you wanted to safely. Okay, I have the UNI's drug and alcohol policy taken from UNI's website, and it says, it is the policy of University of Northern Iowa and the Board of Regents to provide for a drug-free workplace and learning environment for students and employees. The unlawful manufacture, distribution, dispensation, possession, or use of a controlled substance by students and employees on property owned or leased by the University of Northern Iowa or in conjunction with a university-sponsored activity is prohibited. Violation of this policy will result in university disciplinary action. So, we want to change this policy just for this class, not permanently, but to allow us to have alcohol on campus for this supervised event. We would have it in a building like the field house or something like that on campus. We'd have all of the safe rides available there, and so this law being in place, we wouldn't be allowed to do that, but with your help, we want to change that. Also, in the policy, it states, I don't know if any of you know this, but if anyone, yourself or another one of your friends is in need of a medical assistance, you are allowed to call someone for help and you won't be in trouble for discipline.
Okay, does everybody know what Alcoholics Anonymous is? Or who doesn't know what it is? Okay. Well, it's a place where people who have already gotten citations or other alcohol-related charges can go and get help with their drinking problems. There's over 2 million AA members right now in over 180 countries, and we spend each year around $5 billion on addiction and substance abuse and stuff, but only 2 cents of that goes to prevention and treatment. So we wonder why there is nothing for after the fact. Like AA meetings are only for after something bad has already happened. So what we ask of you is, since this is a prevention course, we're just going to raise tuition by $20, and we okay. It'd be raising the student services fee, which like portion of tuition, just that part would be raised by $20. But just because that's raised by $20, I mean it changes every year, so something else could be decreased by $50 or stuff like that. But it goes towards all your like we get free athletic games and music performances, and it gets us cheaper tickets to the Gallagher and performing arts stuff. So like every semester when they say you have like a free ticket or whatever, it's not actually free. It's paid for already in your tuition. Okay, so you guys would be looking at undergraduate 12 plus credits, I'm assuming, and then this part right here. So this is how much it is now, and this is what we would be increasing by $20. And then this is just at Minnesota. And they have it broken down by each thing, so like one of these would say alcohol awareness course, $20. But their total is $415. So ours already is way cheaper than theirs, so okay. Yeah, back to this slide. We worked it out and it's actually not even, it says less than 1%, but it's actually not even 0.01%. It was like 0.0000 something. So it's really not that much, and it's all Okay, so after taking the survey that we asked you guys to take, question 1 again was, have you ever been drunk? And 19 of you said that you have been. And then question two says, have you ever not remembered part of or all of the night because of alcohol? And 15 of you said that you did. And the third question was, have you made a bad decision while under the influence of alcohol? And 17 of you have said you have made a bad decision. So as you can see, this course is kind of like helping not only like other people out, but it's helping like you guys out learn all about the different types of alcohols and the different type and like how it affects you. And these are some of the places here on campus that you can use to get help if you were to ever need help. So,
and we just really want to do this at this age because like we're having it just be for freshmen only, and that's really because of a lot of the statistics and stuff that we looked at, and like I saw one that was more than 90% of people with an addiction start drinking or using other drugs before they're 18.
Just as kind of a thing, how many of you would think about taking this class or signing like a petition to pass it?